I'm a Democratic state senator, and I have served the people of Arkansas for 16 years in the legislature. I'm also the Democratic nominee for governor, running against Sarah Sanders, who just delivered her State of the State address. I want to step back from what I heard today and talk about what's really happening in Arkansas. There is a growing gap between what the governor says and what Arkansas families are actually experiencing. Arkansas has been served by governors, Republican and Democrat, who understood that this office belongs to the people. Governors who've listened, who've showed up, who have been in the fight. That's not what we see right now. And Arkansas cannot afford this anymore. Let me start with what hits closest to home. That is the cost of getting by. Gas prices are up. Groceries cost more. Young people cannot afford their first home. If you have kids, child care can cost as much as $17,500 a year. And our seniors cannot afford food and transportation at the same time. This is your neighbor. This is your family. This is us. So when I look at what this administration is spending our money on and what it's choosing not to, I must ask, whose side is the governor on? Because while families are struggling, the governor keeps pushing against bipartisan opposition to build a 3,000-bed mega prison in Franklin County that the community doesn't even want. The price tag started at $300 million, then $470 million, then $825 million. Now, independent estimates say it could top $1 billion. $1 billion for a site with no adequate water supply, no nearby workforce, and roads that would cost $500,000 a mile to upgrade. And this isn't just Democrats saying so. Republicans say this project is a scam. Republican senators voted against funding it. Even the House Speaker said last week, it probably won't come up this session. That's because Governor Sanders doesn't have the votes. We may not vote on this prison this session, but that doesn't mean it's not at the top of her priority list. We know it's on the top of her list, just like private school vouchers and homeschool vouchers. The governor's proposed budget asks for over $309 million for the school voucher program, plus another $70 million set aside with no end in sight. Nearly $400 million of public money is flowing away from our public schools. A state-mandated report found that only 12% of students in the program came from public schools. 88% were already in private schools or were homeschooled. We're not expanding opportunities here. We're writing checks to families who already have options. We're doing this while families are suffering and while classrooms that need the assistance are not getting the help. Arkansas already spends less per student than the national average. We have thousands of third graders who are at risk of being held back because they're not on grade level reading. You know, you guys, we're not putting Arkansas children first. Arkansas deserves better. Then there are the tax cuts. 3 rounds bringing the top rate from 4.9 to 3.9%. And the governor wants to cut again. Here's the question. What did you get for that tax cut? Because those cuts overwhelmingly benefit the wealthiest Arkansans. And every time we cut the top rate for millionaires and billionaires, it gets harder to fund schools, child care, health care, and services for our seniors. That's the trade-off Republicans don't want you to see. Now, I want to step back because I want to get personal for just one moment. Because when I hear about the struggles facing this state, it isn't abstract to me. My grandmother used to say this always: you're blessed to be a blessing. My grandfather Isaiah was a brick mason and one of the first black men in our community to own land. I grew up on his farm. I had my first surgery when I was 4. My family have suffered through bouts of homelessness. I nearly flunked out of college, but every time something carried me through. My faith, the people around me, and the community that refused to give up on its own. I know what it means to put everything you have into something and pray it's enough. And right now across Arkansas, that's exactly what people are doing. Our farmers are in crisis. Agriculture is Arkansas's #1 industry, more than $24 billion a year. But commodity prices have collapsed. Tariffs have gutted our exports. Rice prices are down 40%, and diesel is up $1.08 over what it was just a month ago. The Agricultural Council says 1 in 3 farms could close. SNAP benefits. SNAP benefits that feed over 235,000 Arkansans face hundreds of millions in cuts. Victims of crime funding have been slashed by more than half. Domestic violence shelters across the state are at the brink of closing. Hotlines are going unanswered. Child care wait lists frozen. And providers are shutting their doors. And then there are mothers. Arkansas has one of the highest maternal mortality rates in the nation. 60% of our rural hospitals don't provide labor or delivery. 4 hospitals have closed their maternity units since 2022. Nearly half of our counties are maternity care deserts. And Arkansas is the only state in the country that has not extended Medicaid for new mothers beyond 60 days. Every other state has acted. A bill to do this passed the House 71-10, but it died in Senate committee. 95% of pregnancy-related deaths in Arkansas were found to be preventable. In the legislature, it let the fix die in committee. Somehow Republicans can find the money for tax cuts and benefits to the wealthiest, but they cannot find the money to keep a family farm open in the Delta or a domestic violence shelter open in Southeast Arkansas. Our governor served the White House. She has relationships at the highest levels. Where is the fight for Arkansas? Arkansas deserves better, and Democrats are fighting for a better Arkansas. Democrats are fighting for your public schools so that there are children in every community set up for success. Democrats are fighting for your health care so that you don't have to choose between going to the doctor and making ends meet, so that moms and babies and seniors are taken care of in this state. Democrats are fighting against the $1 billion Franklin County Prison, and are fighting for real solutions in education and in the economy that actually makes our communities safer and makes them more prosperous. And Democrats are fighting for a fair budget and a government that measures success by your quality of life, not by headlines. Democrats believe in a better Arkansas, a place where we can bring jobs that are paying a living wage, where our communities come together and take care of one another. From the mothers and fathers who work tirelessly to put food on their tables, to the first responders that give selflessly, to the teachers who go without and spend money out of their own pockets to help our children learn, to the farmers who work from sunup to sundown, to the small business owners who have dreams, to everyday Arkansans who work for a better life for their families. We all deserve better, and together we are going to make it happen. I'm Senator Fred Love. Join me at fredlove.com. God bless you, God bless our National Guard, and God bless this great state of Arkansas. Thank you.